Hey guys, Tiju22 here, and this will be our main event of the evening. As part of the Bound for Glory tournament, it's going to be the team of Randy Orton and Edge, something we haven't seen since 2007, back when they were known as Rated RKO, and they're going to be taking on the team of Eddie Guerrero, and one of the two men that got screwed in the Newfoundland Screwjob, Undertaker, and he's going to be teaming up with Eddie Guerrero. And the rules of this match, it's a little different from a singles match because in addition to pinfall or submission victories and whatnot, the person that gets pinned gets a strike and obviously no points. The other person on the losing team doesn't get a strike but gets no points either. The person that gets a pinfall victory gets 3 points, or if it's a submission victory, that person gets 5 points. And the other guy gets 2 points for his trouble. So with that in mind, let's start this match. And we're off. So we're going to start with Edge and The Undertaker, and let's not forget, and for those of you who have been watching your WWE, you would know that Edge and Undertaker have had a long storied history with one another, and it goes all the way back to 2007, and although from 2007 till summer of 2008, they had a long-standing feud against one another. And Edge, it all started when Edge costed The Undertaker his World Heavyweight Championship reign at the time. And it ended when Undertaker chokeslammed Edge through the ring into what we thought was the fiery pits of hell, but all it was just, I mean, he chokeslammed him through the ring as if he had sent him to hell. But Edge, figuratively and literally, went to hell and came back somehow. But nowadays they have mutual respect for one another. You know, especially after so much hell that they put each other through. But right now, this is for the Bound for Glory tournament. I mean, the top two men get their shot at the Intercontinental Championship. And that's really what's at stake in this particular matchup. I mean, a chance to get some points and to move within contention. Because so far, we've only had 2 matches, but so far the leaders are Tony Bennett and Nufi Banga with 3 points apiece. And for one of these guys to get a pinfall victory or even a submission victory would either put them in the lead or would, it would either tie him for the lead or put him into the lead outright. And the other guy will get 2 points, which will get him closer, but for the losing team, you don't want to lose, because 1, you might get a strike, and number 2, you'll lose. You won't get any points, really. Of course, you can also lose the match by disqualification, but if that happens, that person loses 5 points, but since none of these men have any points whatsoever, that point is very moot, to say the least. And I'm not sure what Edge was doing, but a jawbreaker onto The Undertaker. That rhymed. Oh, now he whips Edge into their corner, and now he tags in Eddie Guerrero. And a punch right to the gut of Edge. So now we have Edge and Eddie Guerrero, and let's not forget, now for those of you who really been watching your WWE, you would know that Edge and Eddie Guerrero actually had a feud, but it was based just based purely on one-upsmanship in terms of how many times can I beat you more than you can beat me? I mean, that's what it boiled down to, and that was back in 2002. Long before Edge was the Rated R superstar. I mean, he was already a great wrestler beforehand, but when he became the rated R superstar, his career was set from that point on, really. As for Eddie Guerrero, I mean, the man. I mean, at least the man is honest when he says that he cheats to win. Because as Eddie Guerrero would always say, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And believe me, he's trying to cheat every time, and he's trying to win every time he can, and he tries to cheat whenever he can. But he knows he can't do it all the time because, well, one, there are some times when you can't cheat because, well, there are no disqualifications, and number two, you might get caught. So Eddie has got to watch himself, but he's also got to watch the referee to make sure that the referee doesn't see what he's doing. Right now, Edge has this thing in control, but Edge has got to tag out, especially to avoid getting tired out. Uh-oh, yeah, this is not what you want if you're Edge. A headbutt right to Edge, and Edge just falls down like a ton of bricks. And Eddie, I'm not sure what Eddie was trying to do, but he missed. And in the event that this match goes to a time limit draw, all four men get 2 points apiece, which is not bad, but it could prove to be the difference as far as, you know, the number of points scored. And an arm smash onto Edge. A spinning neckbreaker onto Eddie Guerrero once again. And Edge whips him into his corner. A flapjack onto Eddie Guerrero. I had a feeling that Edge was trying to sucker him in, which he did. And nothing doing there. On a kick right to the back of the leg of Edge. And a Hurricane Rana onto Edge. Then a kick to the back of Edge. And Eddie, what's he doing? Nope, countered by Edge. Oh, and a clothesline right to Eddie Guerrero. And Randy has yet to enter this match. I mean, he's all fired up, but he's got to hope that Edge comes over and tags him in. A jawbreaker to Eddie Guerrero. Deadlock. And another clothesline. And a neck snap, shades of Mr. Perfect. And now he tags in Randy Orton. Now, Orton and Guerrero, they never really had any problems with one another. However, the closest they came to fighting each other was unfortunately Survivor Series 2005, which Eddie was supposed to be in that match, but broken up by the Undertaker. Yeah, Eddie was supposed to have been in that match, but tragically, Eddie suffered a heart attack and died. It was just an untimely death because I was just shocked that Eddie died, and I was just really sad about it, man. Very, very sad. I mean, I remember as if it was yesterday, man. I remember his last match. Oh, and a bitch slap right to Orton. But yeah, Eddie was supposed to have been on that Survivor Series tag match, but was replaced by Orton. So yeah, that's pretty much the bond that brings those two together. But other than that, they've never fought each other. They never even had a chance to fight each other, so If anybody does have a match, or if there's a match between these two that I'm not thinking of, let me know. And right now, Randy just stomping on every appendage of Eddie Guerrero, and now he picks him up again. RKO! RKO! Right from Randy Orton to Eddie Guerrero. One, no, broken up by the Undertaker. And a back elbow from the Undertaker. But right now it's Eddie who's in trouble. But then again, Randy Orton spent a long time on that apron, so he's fresh, relatively. All but a drop, a drop toe hold facebuster on Orton. And an arm breaker onto Randy Orton. And now he whips him into his corner. And a float over DDT on Eddie Guerrero. And what's Randy doing? Oh, he's going to go for the cover again. One, no, broken up immediately by the Undertaker. On a Hurricane Rana DDT on Randy Orton. And a Hurricane Rana onto Randy Orton. And now he tags in Undertaker. And an arm smash onto Randy Orton. On a huge punch right to Randy Orton. Now, the history that these two men have had, it goes back to when Orton and Undertaker had their WrestleMania match, and Randy Orton was attempting to break the streak of the Undertaker at that time, which then as now, Undertaker still has it. So Randy Orton, rather than giving up, decided to pursue the Undertaker and try to, you know, he tested the big man, did Randy Orton, and it all came to a head, you know. It all came to a head in December of 2005 at the pay-per-view known as Armageddon. It was a Hell in a Cell match, and Undertaker just destroyed Randy Orton. Although Randy Orton did put up a good fight against the Undertaker, but in the end, Undertaker just defeated Randy Orton, and that was the end of their feud. But the feud they had was just unbelievable, and now Randy Orton comes back in, but Undertaker gets the stepping on him, and now Undertaker over the top rope, and these two men are staring off. Undertaker, are you gonna participate? Come on, man. And Edge, what's Edge gonna do? Undertaker, are you gonna get back inside the ring or not? I mean, Edge can just bring him down if he wants to, but he's not. Undertaker, what are you doing? And I'm surprised Randy Orton's not doing anything. Well, let me just say this: if Undertaker gets counted out, yeah, he got counted out. So what that means is, instead of 3 points, each man gets 1 point for the countout victory. Undertaker, of course, gets the strike because he was the legal man, and Eddie Guerrero, yeah, Undertaker doesn't get any points either, and neither does Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, what the hell, Undertaker? I mean, did you lose your mind or something? Because he didn't do nothing. I mean, this is going to go down into the history books as Randy Orton wins the match by doing nothing. But we got to move on.